This isn't the first time we've seen a plot leak from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
But this time, it's one of the biggest and most detailed Marvel leaks we've seen in a long time.
A highly anticipated film's premiere is just over a week away.
More importantly, critics already saw the movie during the red carpet premiere a few weeks ago.
Also, we already saw the Wakanda Forever credits scene leak, so it was only a matter of time until the detailed plot got the same treatment.
MCU fans who hate spoilers should ignore what follows below.
The chances are very good that these plot spoilers are real, and you'll know everything that happens in the Black Panther 2 movie before catching it in theaters.
We see plot leaks all the time for MCU adventures, and most of them come from shady sources.
That's understandable, considering the people who leak this stuff want to protect their identity.
And we can never be sure that the claims in those leaks are accurate.
This new detailed Wakanda Forever plot leak comes from Marvel Studios spoilers, with the mods vouching for its accuracy.
Wakanda Forever isn't just a sequel in the Black Panther franchise that will drive the MCU story forward.
It's also a significant tribute to Chadwick Boseman, who played T'Challa, Black Panther in the first movie.
The detailed plot leak explains that T'Challa will die from an unknown illness that he kept secret from those close to him.
Shuri tries to synthesize the sacred herb to cure her brother, but all the prototypes she tries have a success rate of around 28%.
T'Challa ultimately dies, much to Shuri and everyone else's dismay.
The movie then skips a year, just like we heard recently.
Shuri has become obsessed with innovative technology and has forgotten all about the herb.
Meanwhile, Ramonda is dealing with international pressure to share vibranium with other nations, though Wakanda continues to resist.
Lake Bell's character has a ship that tries to obtain vibranium from deep beneath the ocean surface.
That's how Namor and his people come into play.
They attack and kill everyone aboard the ship, and the world thinks that Wakanda is responsible for Namor's actions.
Ramonda and Shuri mourn T'Challa on the first anniversary of his death.
They're on the beach, and they encounter Namor for the first time.
We've already seen these scenes in Wakanda Forever programs.
The plot leak reveals that Namor tells them of the attack and proposes an alliance.
Namor wants to find the person who made a vibranium locator device, and he asks Wakanda for help.
But Namor doesn't want the world to know about the Talakan and warns the women that sharing such news would turn Wakanda into an enemy.
Riri Williams is the main Wakanda Forever plot device.
Marvel fans might have realized by now that we haven't talked about Ironheart or Riri Williams.
Everett Ross tells Shuri and Okoye that an MIT student developed the vibranium finding tech.
A technology that Shuri doesn't believe exists, as nobody has been able to find vibranium like that.
Riri is Wakanda Forever's primary plot device.
Namor and the CIA are searching for her, and Shuri and Okoye will defend her.
We've already seen a teaser scene showing the three at MIT.
Soon after they meet, we'll get the first variant of Ironheart armor as the three flee from the CIA.
But Namora and Atuma will ambush the three women, knocking out Riri and Shuri.
Okoye fails to defend them, and Ramonda removes her from the Dora Milaje as a result.
As for Riri, she did not sell vibranium technology.
Her teacher gave the locator to the government without her knowledge.
Namor, however, will not believe any of that.
With Shuri and Riri in Talak in custody, we discover the story of Namor.
Around 1,500, a Talakan shaman had a vision about a glowing flower underwater that would help them survive, just as invaders from Europe were threatening their civilization.
The flower turned their skin blue and gave them incredible strength at the cost of breathing air from the atmosphere.
Namor was unique, being born with winged feet, pointed ears, and slowed aging.
His people named him Keakolka, but the invaders called him El Nino Sin Amor, or Namor.
Namor is convinced that Riri has to die, which drives the Wakanda Forever plot forward.
The CIA is also hunting for vibranium, while Ramonda looks for Nakia to find her daughter.
Nakia discovers the location of Talakan, infiltrates it, and saves Shuri and Riri, but not before killing two guards.
This happens as Namor and Ramonda try to negotiate a deal for the two women.
Returning to Talakan, Namor discovers the dead guards and attacks Wakanda.
We saw the attack on Wakanda featured in most of Marvel's Black Panther 2 promo clips.
Namor uses water to ambush the nation, and will witness a fierce battle between the two nations.
While fighting the Flood and the Talakans, Ramonda saves an unconscious Riri.
But T'Challa and Shuri's mother will die, breaking Shuri's heart.
Wakanda evacuates the people to the Jabari tribe mountains, where M'Baku will speak to Shuri at Ramonda's funeral.
He tells Shuri that killing Namor isn't the way out, but the woman will be determined to do just that.
Shuri starts working on the herb again.
With the help of a twine from a Talakan bracelet, Shuri can access the ancestral plane, a place she doesn't really believe in.
That's where she meets Killmonger Michael B. Jordan, who confronts her.
The Black Panther villain tells Shuri that she'll have a choice to make.
Either be noble like her brother against Namor or do what needs to be done and kill him.
Shuri becomes the new Black Panther and informs the elders of her plan to defeat Namor.
She will use the vibranium device that Riri made to draw him out.
But she wants to lure him away from the water so that he'll be weakened during their fight.
Shuri will have Nakia, Okoye, M'Baku, and Riri by her side, fighting Namor. Shuri will fight ruthlessly, according to the Wakanda Forever plot leak.
And we've probably seen some scenes from that battle in the clips that Marvel has released so far.
Shuri will capture Namor and take him to the desert, despite Namor having the upper hand initially.
As Shuri is ready to kill the Wakanda Forever villain, the Talakans are winning against the Wakandans at sea.
Shuri has a change of heart thinking of Ramonda, and she lets Namor live.
In exchange, the Talakan leader promises to let go of Riri, return to the ocean, and never wage war on the surface.
Also, Wakanda will protect Talakan in return.
In the aftermath of the battle, each nation will start moving on.
The Wakandans rebuild with Riri returning home to the US. Nakia will also return to Haiti, which has been her home for years.
As for Namor, he predicts that one day the surface will attack Wakanda, and they will come to Talakan for assistance.
He tells Namor that's when the Talakans will be in control.
The final Black Panther ceremony takes place at the end of the movie, with M'Baku seemingly challenging Shuri for the throne.
This is apparently a joke, however.
These are the main events in Black Panther 2, according to the detailed Wakanda Forever plot leak below.
As a reminder, knowing what happens will not ruin the actual movie watching experience, as more than a text version of the plot is needed to capture a film's entire magic.